Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for Android App Arena is provided by CacheFly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is Android App Arena, episode 126 for Wednesday, November 30th, 2016. Daydream VR. This episode of Android App Arena is brought to you by the Ring Video Doorbell. With Ring, you can see and talk to anyone at your door from anywhere in the world using your smartphone. It's like caller ID for your home. Go to ring.com/arena and get up to $150 off a Ring of Security kit with their limited time offer. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Android App Arena. I'm your host, Jason Howell. In case you haven't heard by now, virtual reality is apparently the next big thing, or at least that's what a lot of people in the tech industry think. And they're all stumbling over themselves, doing the full court press to convince you of it. Personally, I'm pretty hyped about VR. I've always kind of longed for the day when I could escape my world for a virtual world and experience things I might never have the chance to do in real life. I might not make it into space in my lifetime, but I've seen some pretty convincing representations of spaceflight on the Oculus Rift as one example. So along comes Google with its new VR effort, Daydream. As of now, the Pixel devices are the only ones available that can tap into this new form of mobile VR, so I thought I'd take some time with a few of the titles to show them off. But a few caveats first. I can't record the audio from these experiences, so I have to settle for recording the speaker, which is better than nothing, so forgive the quality hit there. They do that to kind of protect in copyrighted video sharing, that sort of stuff. Also, critical to Daydream VR is the motion controller. It's a big part of what makes the Daydream View so special, and you'll see that in these games. So then, let's dive into a few great VR puzzle games for Daydream in this week's Roundup. If you're looking for a puzzle game that can help illustrate the usefulness of the Daydream controllers perfectly, it's Mikurama VR. In this game, you are a toddling robot who's been positioned inside a sometimes sprawling, sometimes concise play space filled with towers, rotating platforms, water obstacles, steps, and a whole lot more. You begin in one part of the island, and a glowing red goal appears somewhere else beyond your immediate location. With the Daydream controller, you can rotate the island play space as well as ascend or descend to see inside the towers and reveal secret passageways. That and, shifting platforms that will enable your robot to kind of trot to the goal eventually. The path is never easy, and that's where the puzzle solving comes into play. What platforms need to shift to make way for the robot? What obstacles need to be shifted aside so the robot can squeeze through? One nice touch that I appreciate is that as you play, subtle music notes are placed inside the evolving sound bed that rests beneath the action. In many ways, you are creating the score based on when you choose to click a block. That moves the robot there, but also drops a music note into the sequence going forward. Mikurama VR has more than 50 levels to tackle by default, but player-created levels can be found online to extend replayability even further. You can even pitch in with the included level editor, and those levels are retrieved by way of QR codes. For those of you without a Daydream View, you can also find a non-VR version of this game in the Play Store. Find Mikurama VR right now for $3.99. Going for a bit of the Zen Garden approach is a new Daydream puzzle game called Claro by Superbright. The goal of each level resides in finding a way to get enough sunlight to hit a budding tree to help it grow to maturity. Each level is a mixture of swirling and hovering platforms on top of which stands a number of mirror boxes, and somewhere, of course, the infant tree waiting for its sunlight. Gameplay has a few different areas of focus here. First of all, the action button on the controller allows you to reposition the sun in the sky, casting new shadows in different directions, but more importantly, redirecting which angle the direct sunlight will shine from. The touchpad allows you to shift the gameplay field side by side, rotating it around in all directions, which too can be used to direct sunlight in certain ways. On the play field, those mirror boxes that you see can sometimes be selected and then shifted about on their own paths, allowing you to pick the best spot for them in the grand scheme of the level. Ultimately, everything works in concert as you position the sunlight just right to hit the mirrors in a way that the most concentrated sunbeams are cast upon the tree, which then encourages that tree to grow to its full size, and you pass the level. Each level, of course, gets more and more complicated with new types of obstacles and more moving pieces. Music and ambiance is gentle and soothing, so there's little distress about here. Claro is a nice change of pace and can be found for $4.99 in the Play Store now. Here's a brand new puzzle game for Daydream VR, and it's the kind of thing that would make the GOAT father, Matteo Doni, frequent guest of All About Android, very proud. It's called Danger Goat. In it, you are, what else? A goat. Finally. You begin your level looking down upon a playfield with a number of different paths that you can take to traverse to the goal somewhere on the other side. Kinda sounds familiar, but this one has goats. Anyways, using the motion controller, you can shift your view of the playfield to see all obstacles that happen to be in your way. You'll want to eat the flowers as you move along the path. That's what actually moves you from point to point. You can topple huge rocks to create new paths around obstacles that will do things like blow you up or maybe shoot you into space on a rocket. A goat definitely doesn't want to go to space. When you grab a rock, rotating your wrist will determine which direction the rock is going to fall. Falling into running water will take you down the channel of water to the next crossing point, if there is one, at which point you'll get out of the water and continue on the path. I have to say, even early on, the levels are super difficult. It takes a lot of rotating, a lot of analysis to really determine which paths are there to confuse you and which ones are truly there to get you to the end point. And I appreciate how the game space sits in front, but controls for levels and gameplay settings sit to the sides of your view. They're there when you need them, but entirely out of the way, unobstructing the gameplay. The game space is designed thoughtfully. Be a goat for a day. Find Danger Goat in the Play Store for $5.99 right now. Puzzle game fans obviously have a lot to look forward to. Honestly, I can't wait until the Go series of games like Hitman Go, for example, make their way into VR because it seems perfect for that style of gameplay. I mean, who knows if that's actually going to happen? It's just a wish of mine, but if it does, I'll be right there at the front of the line. All right, before we move on, let's thank the sponsor of today's episode, and that is the Ring Video Doorbell. Over 23 million Americans had packages stolen from their home last year. The Ring Video Doorbell has been proven to stop burglaries before they happen by allowing you to see and speak to anyone approaching your door using your smartphone. And right now, Ring is using their advanced motion detection technology to protect your entire property. Have peace of mind this holiday season with the Ring of Security Kit. All kits include a Ring Video Doorbell and a solar security sign, and may include a stick-up cam, solar panel, or chime. Pro kits have a slim Video Doorbell Pro with crystal clear 1080p HD video and night vision. It's hardwired, so you're never going to need to charge a battery. The wireless and weatherproof HD stick-up cam keeps an eye on other parts of your property and allows you to hear and speak to visitors with two-way talk. Plug the chime into any standard power outlet to know when you have a visitor, even if your phone happened to be left in the other room or upstairs, whatever the case may be. The illuminated solar security sign deters intruders before they even get to your door. The Ring Video Doorbell and Stick-Up Cam install in just minutes, and working together, they provide 24/7 monitoring of your entire home, whether you're in the living room or if you happen to be thousands of miles away. You can also connect your Ring Video Doorbell with your favorite smart locks and hubs for added convenience, monitoring, and security. We have the Ring Video Doorbell at home. We also have the chime in our living room, and we can change the ring that happens on the chime, so it sounds like just your standard doorbell. It's pretty great. Join the millions of homeowners who protect their home with Ring. For a limited time, Android App Arena listeners can get up to $150 off of one of the Ring of Security kits. Go to ring.com/arena. That's ring.com/arena. All right, up next, not a game necessarily, but an intergalactic experience for Daydream. It's this week's big app. If you want to experience the fun of a planetarium without leaving the cushiony comfort of your couch, check out Star Chart VR. The non-VR version of StarChart has seen more than 25 million downloads, so taking to space in Daydream is a perfect fit. The controls using the Daydream controller do take some getting used to, though. The default mode of the controller allows me to look around myself entirely as if I'm floating in the depths of space. Holding down the touchpad button, I'm then given this laser pointer here, which can be pointed to anything in my view, displaying expanded information about what entity happens to reside there. Constellations, as you can see, are displayed over the top of the stars in the sky, and it's all done very elegantly. I can locate a planet and then click once to pull up a bunch of extra details about that planet. Then, if I click again, I'll be transported to that planet, actually flying through space for a closer look. It's as if your jetpacks are blazing, and after a bit you find yourself staring at the massive planet from the outside. There it is, right in front of you. While here, I can actually shift modes with the controller to orbit around the planet if I like. I'd love to be able to grab the planet and kind of rotate freely like that though, but that functionality isn't here yet. Maybe they'll add it sometime. Finding planets in the sky can be a challenge because of the vastness of it all, which is why the developers included a browse planets function on the controller. That allows me to jump to any of the major entities very easily. I just select it from the list. There's also a mode that shows the view of the sky from whatever actual location I happen to be at, given I've shared location data with the app. StarChart VR is great for daydreamers, or maybe that should be night dreamers, and it can be found for $4.99 in the Play Store now. Now, I know for certain that this is only the beginning with Daydream apps only just starting to come out right now, and I'm really looking forward to the many ways that developers push the Daydream platform to new heights as more devices are brought into the fold. Once there's a nice foundation of users, I would guess developers will get super creative and things might get very interesting indeed. Send me your favorite apps and categories to arena@twit.tv. You can also post those to the subreddit at androidapparena.reddit.com. The recorded show plays every Wednesday around 5 p.m. Pacific following Tech News Today at twit.tv/live. And a new episode will appear later the evening in the feeds and on the show page at twit.tv/arena. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Jason Howell, and I will see you next week in the arena.